OPW people anyway, so I don't know why I'm welcoming you. You're pretty frequent visitors here anyway. But to the visitors and guests, you're very, very welcome. In particular, I think the special guests, Paddy obviously himself and his wife Sylvia, and Graham, Paul and Darren, his 3 kids. So I'd just like to pay a particular welcome to Paddy and his family. Round of applause. That's probably a sympathetic round of applause, Sylvia, for putting up with him all these years. I don't know, but I have to say, it's a particular. I really wanted to do this, and I suppose I had a conversation with Paddy at Dennis Carr's retirement, and Paddy needed a bit of persuasion, I think, to have an event at all, because I think any of us who know Paddy, and I could see the warmth in people's handshakes for Paddy tonight, that Paddy is really, really well regarded by all his colleagues who worked with him over the years. And I know Paddy a long time. I suppose pretty early in my own career, I was in Lad Lane, and Paddy had the workshop there in Lad Lane when we were there at the time, and got to know you then, and became very friendly with you then. I think we remained friends all our lives. So I really wanted to be the one standing here to say these few words to you. I'm not going to go down through your career, Paddy, because I'll leave others to say that. But I just jumped in the car down to Wexford then. What I was coming back, what I was going to say about you, and I suppose I got a kind of a football analogy that you're only as good as your last game. This thing, well, if you're as good as your last game, Paddy, I think your last game has been brilliant, because you spent the last 13 years in Leinster House, which is probably one of the hardest stations that BMS has to perform. You have 166 experts down there, and that's not mentioning the superintendent and his staff. So everybody knows everything down there, and you and your crew have kept the show on the road down there. Paul Conway, the superintendent, is going to speak in a few minutes, but I don't want to speak for him. But I think from an OPW perspective, you've kept the show on the road in Leinster House. There hasn't been never a word of complaint about this wasn't done or that wasn't done or what's the problem there. You kept the lid on everything down there, and everything was attended to perfectly. And I just want to, on behalf of the board, thank you very much for all your service down there, just particularly down there, throughout your whole career, but particularly down in Leinster House. I don't have an awful lot more to say really, other than that you've been a true servant, I think, to the OPW. Your career goes back before mine. 1973, Paddy, I think you started in OPW, and you've been through the good times and some of the bad times, the lean times, and things at the moment are tough enough for the public service. Frequently enough, we get vilified for things we don't do, and we don't really get praised, I think, for the things we do well. And I think, Paddy, if anybody exemplifies public service, you do. So I just want to say thank you very much on behalf of the Board of Works, and I wish you and Sylvia and the kids all the best for the rest of your. We spoke a minute ago about, you said you were coming to the end of a road. Well, I think you're not coming to the end of a road, Paddy. You're just the lights have just changed, and there's a new road ahead of you then. So I wish you all the best, you and Sylvia, all the best in your future life together. So thank you very much. Paul Conway, the superintendent of the House of Geraghtys now. I'd like to call on Paul to say a few words.
Thanks very much, John. Paddy, on behalf of everybody in Leinster House, I'd like to connect us to to those compliments from John. I've known you for the 13 years, and the superintendent before me, Eamon O'Donoghue, worked with you for a period, and we were always very appreciative of what you did. But what I never actually said to you was, like, you were actually the landlord, and we were the tenants in Leinster House. But I suppose we weren't ordinary tenants, and you weren't an ordinary landlord, because probably don't have to tell anybody here, but Leinster House is quite a complex campus to manage. I would agree with you, it must be one of the most difficult BMS sites. But you have Leinster House 2000, you have the old house and all the other 1966 block, the 32 annex, and it goes on. It's a huge complex to have to manage. And it wasn't just the buildings, then you have the particular type of tenant that you have in Leinster House. Like, there's effectively 226 ministers. Anybody in a BMS in a department has one minister to deal with. You had 226 and all their staff, and then you had 150 media who are watching everything that's going on a daily basis. Then you had all the other staff, and then you have 1,000 visitors on a daily basis coming in. And then you have all events, like it's not just, routine stuff like you might find in a museum or someplace. You have budget day, election of a Taoiseach, new government. We've so many VIPs gone through the place like that. There'll just be like cliches to mention off their names. And you handled all that like it was just a dream. And I think you gave a new kind of a level to what people nowadays call customer service. Like, nothing was ever too big. It was always done before anybody else even knew it was a problem. Winter time, we had frost, snow, not a bother. OPW and the whole team, I have to mention, not just yourself, it was the way you led the team. All those problems were done just superbly. But like on reflection, I think it's almost like customer service is nearly a cliche that you find everywhere in the public service. What was special about you was the Paddy Geraghtys service, and never ever in the 13 years I've worked with you there did I see you in bad form. There was always a smile. No job was ever too big, and I think that's probably the footprint that you've left behind in Leinster House. And we want to bring you back again someday shortly to show our own appreciation, because secretly we actually thought he was one of ours. We reluctantly kind of acknowledged that he's with OPW. But there are some people who are probably happy that you're leaving, and they're mostly Liverpool supporters, because we will miss the banter between you and all the Liverpool supporters in Leinster House. But like, sticking with the football analogy, like for us, you were Roy Keane, Beckham, and Ferguson all rolled into one. The way you got the job done, you were just fantastic. I can't think that there could be anybody in OPW who would be a better ambassador for what you did for us for the 13 years in Leinster House. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to miss you at a professional level, and we're going to miss you on a personal level. But we wish you well. We had hoped you would stay. Ernie and I had plotted that we'd get another couple of years out of you, but it hasn't worked out. We had a special place for you on the Stents committee, but that's not going to happen now. You've avoided that. Chairman actually I think is the role they had in mind for you. But we wish you and Sylvia, your wife and your family, a fantastic retirement, and we hope to see you again shortly in Leinster House. So thanks very much. Thanks, John.
Paddy, as a Leeds United supporter, I want to disassociate myself from those remarks about Beckham, Keane and Ferguson. You're more Billy Bremner, Johnny Giles and Don Redden. Just to finish up, I think the next speaker, the final speaker, Paddy Kavanagh, would like to speak on behalf of the BMS.
I'm the Commissioner of Man, so I'm going to read prepared notes. Commissioner McMahon, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say a few words on behalf of Paddy's colleagues. This year has seen many returns from OPW, and tonight another big one has decided to call it a day, as Paddy Geraghtys retires after 40 years service. I'd like to welcome Paddy's family, wife Sylvia and three sons, Sergeant Paul and Graham, to Dublin tonight to celebrate the occasion. When Paddy first joined OPW on the 27th of August 1973, the war in Vietnam was just ending. There was a bank robbery in Stockholm, Sweden, that went wrong and turned into a hostage crisis, which led to the term the Stockholm Syndrome, after the hostages began to sympathise with their captors. Paddy is a big Manchester United fan, so we want to sympathise with him, because in 1973, Liverpool won the English League, while Manchester United finished 17th. Sunderland beat Leeds. 1-0 in the FA Cup final, while in the All-Ireland finals of 1973, Cork beat Galway by 3-17 to 2-14 in football, and Limerick beat Tipperary 6-7 to 2-18 in the hurling. Paddy started as a carpenter in Mulver Street and worked in the GPO. After about 2 years, Paddy was promoted to foreman. building security posts at every entrance into Phoenix Park, before later being assigned to number 1 district, looking after Ocean House, Hawkins House and Pearse Street Garda Station. Paddy was promoted to overseer of County Gardens and looked after all the stations as far as Malahide and Balbriggan. Next up was Foreign Affairs in Levy House, head office in 51 St Stephen's Green. I first met Paddy in 1997 when he was moved to government buildings with responsibility for the maintenance of Departments of Finance, Attorney General, Enterprise, Trade and Employment, Agriculture House and the National Museum of Ireland, the National Gallery and the Passport Office. It was soon apparent that Paddy placed great emphasis on preventative maintenance and addressing issues before they became problems. Large projects that Paddy oversaw included the Viking, Ireland and Ancient Egypt exhibitions at the National Museum, where Paddy's attention to detail and planning and his ability to communicate clearly with staff and generate enthusiasm has consistently been successful. In September 2000, Paddy was assigned to Leinster House, where he met the challenge of delivering a routine maintenance programme and larger projects against limited and demanding time schedules. Paddy was heavily involved in planning, organising and controlling projects, such as the refurbishment of the Dáil Chamber, the provision of electronic voting systems in both the Dáil and Senate chambers, as well as County Centre setups for Senate elections. Paddy has always demonstrated professional commitment and is rightly held in high esteem. Personally, I would like to thank Paddy for all his help over the years and wish him a long and happy return. So let's give it up for Paddy Geraghtys. You got a few flowers and chocolates, that's the other. Dick. Last round of applause, Paddy. Sylvia.
Now, Paddy, this is a hard bit, you're going to have to say something. He's coming. So, Paddy, come on. You have the floor.
Well, I just want to thank the 3 speakers before me. They were very good and they were worth the money. Well, I'm happy to see us all here. I've had a great time in the OPW over the years, and just looking around, old faces, fairly new faces, and friends I haven't seen for years. And I'm really delighted with the turnout that has been here tonight. So I can't say a lot more except thanks to everybody. I don't want to name individuals because that wouldn't be fair. So with that, I'll keep it nice and short and say thank you very much. Thank you. Take that toy off anyway. Take that toy off anyway.
Well done, Paddy. Go.
Hey, speeches, just cut it short.
Oh, you did right. Thank you.
Just cut them short. Just cut it short. No, just cut it short.
I forgot the fucking certificate, sorry.
Anthony.
My old pal.
You want to be careful, I'm worried for sound, look.
Thank you very much.
Anthony, how's it going?
God bless you. Enjoy it, Paddy.
I wouldn't know you when you have that in your hand. No, look.
I'm only after arriving, but
Oh, you missed all the speeches.
I got the important bit.
Did you?
I was standing at the door with Sean. I didn't want to walk in, I was too
Let's cut it short this week. I haven't seen everybody yet. Let's go down. Who did I not say hello to? Have a chip.
Have a chip, have a. Paddy, before you take that up,
Tommy. Oh, well, you didn't see you.
I was fucking late in, you were making your speech.
fucking hungry.
I'll have a
Paddy,
sausage.
I haven't seen you in a day. How are you getting on now?
Tommy, how's it going?
How's the golf going? We won't talk about that.
All right.
Get your coffee on the mountain.
Nice.
When Carmen, when my wife was sick and everything, you were always there. I appreciate it. That's why I came down especially to see you.
And I'm delighted.
Oh yeah, I'm delighted to see you. And many years of happiness now in retirement.
You meet Sylvia?
I did, I shook hands with her. What's up, Paddy?
Harry, just make it. I don't mind giving your wife a little hug.
Not at all.
Congratulations.
You can take her home with you.
Younger looking this fella again, really?
Ah, Sylvia. I shook hands with you.
You didn't age.
No, I was thankful for all the years. And I was studying, I did a lot of studying and things. And he helped me out all the time.
Thanks, Patrick.
And he gave me a room.
Thanks very much.
Nice meeting you too.
Young Desi.
The health and safety unit.
Sorry, nice meeting you.
And you too, Paddy.
No problem at all.
Another Paddy that I have heard.
Paddy,
Paddy that
when you hear this, tell her how long you're retired.
20 years retired. Amazing.
Oh my God. What did you like it?
Oh, I know what you say.
Oh my goodness.
I was just kind of, I wasn't married at the time.
Honest and good living. Did they introduce John Goldrick here?
I was on
No, you brought the man over and you said this.
That's John Goldrick. He worked with me a few years back.
How are you, John?
We never got on, but you know.
No, I remember too, my wife was very sick and I had to go to the hospital several times. So I was there to say, go ahead. Very good to
Are
me.
you all right?
Yeah, I was. Oh, she's great now, thanks to me. 14 years ago, she was very sick. She's a great turnout.
Yeah.
Fantastic. When I need you to help me.
It's nice to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is, you know.
She was
You deserve it, buddy. You
What are
deserve
you drinking?
it.
No, I'm not kidding you. What are you drinking? There's nothing else up there now. I shouldn't do it, but fuck it. You know that shag of water?
So where are you recording?
You should have cancelled it till next week. Oh, you'll be up early the next week as well. Go for the weekend or just a day? Do I know him?
Drinking in the morning sun, blinking in the morning sun, shaking off the heavy one, yeah, heavy like a loaded gun. What made me behave that way?
Up there and asked me, what do you think of the Guinness?
Lovely.
Fantastic. There we go.
And your last company Guinness.
Paddy loves.
Go ahead, man.
Now we're done, I think, are we?
Finished it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, Paddy. All right. Now show me outside. Great fun.
There's so much in there.
That's the other camera.
There's video as well as stage.
I've got my voice on all I can. I want to hit the
picture, yeah? Come on, we get a picture. How long? The constable's coming in.
I was actually going to say he's
I'm the only one in news mode after JF. What are you doing? Still popular this day, 50 years later. I'm still
Put the
popular.
put the names in that. Put the names in that. And the date of birth. I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest.